So dear students, this is our first session regarding entrepreneurship. I would like to introduce myself. My name is Dr. Shantanu Kanade, and I am working with Symbiosis for last 1 year as a program coordinator for MBA program. In this particular course, we are going to learn about what is the concept of entrepreneurship, what is the meaning of entrepreneur, who is entrepreneur, how businesses thrive, how businesses grow, how businesses start, what are the things that are included related to your business. Okay, so I will share my screen with you. First of all, we will see what is the syllabus that we are going to see, and then we'll start with our first module in this particular course. So this is your course with 2 credits. The main aim of this particular course is to develop an entrepreneurial mindset in students, appraise the entrepreneurial process starting with pre-venture stage. It is supposed that when you are completing this course, you are able to start your own enterprise. At least you will get glimpses of how you can start your own enterprise. You can relate to practical aspects of starting a company and select a model for venture creation. Now, it might be a venture or it might be a small startup.
Shantanu sir,
Yes.
your voice is actually echoing. Just check if there is any connectivity or some settings to be required. Students, you are able to hear sir clearly or it is echoing? Ashok? Ashok, are you there? Dr. Shreya, Fatima, can somebody respond and confirm whether sir's voice is completely fine for you guys? Okay, sir, then continue, please.
Now, in this particular course, we are having 7 modules, and out of those 7 modules, first module deals with what are the concepts of what is entrepreneur, concept of entrepreneurship, what is intrapreneurship. Now, intrapreneurship and entrepreneurship is totally different. And then we are going to see what is entrepreneurial life cycle or entrepreneurial process. In your examination, there might be few questions on this life cycle or process. Second module, it deals with ideation. So it is the first and very important step whenever you want to become an entrepreneur. Scouting for business ideas, and for that we require various resources. Generation of business ideas, for that we require various tools. And then we need to differentiate between what is idea and what is opportunity. So we are going to differentiate between idea and opportunity. You might be having an idea, but there might not be an opportunity. Or sometimes you have an opportunity, but you don't have an idea. So these things we are going to see in second module. Third module is related to opportunity evaluation. Now, once you have an opportunity, what is the importance of that opportunity evaluation? What are the different parameters for the evaluation of that particular opportunity? And there is a framework, it is called as Mullin's 7 domain framework, which is used for opportunity evaluation. And apart from that, there are few evaluating frameworks that we are going to see in third module. Fourth module, we are going to deal with what is business modeling. Now, we have evaluated all our opportunities using different frameworks. Based on that evaluation, we are going to decide what model we should use for our businesses. Okay, here we are going to understand what is the meaning of business modeling, why do we need business modeling, what is the nature of business modeling, Relationship between business model and business plan. There is a differentiation between business model and business plan. Here we are going to see what is market research, because once we create a business model, we need to research or search our market. Based on that, we can design our plan. And what are the sources of funding for our business? It never happens that you have sufficient amount of funds that can be used or that can be utilized for raising your business. For that, you will be getting different resources from where you can get funding. It might be banks, it might be lenders, it might be through market cap, or it might be your own funds. So those things we are going to see in fourth module. Fifth module deals with business planning. So we have differentiated what is business model. Then we need to plan business, how and what feasibility is there for my business. What is the feasibility study? What are the elements of business plan? And then we need to prepare an elementary business plan. Remember the word here, we are going to prepare elementary business plan. It might happen that in the due course of time, your business plan needs to be changed. Okay. Sixth module deals with your venture preparation and resource mobilization. Here we are going to build a team. We are going to raise funds. Now it also includes angel funding. So in our previous chapter, we have dealt with what are the sources of funding in fourth module. So here we are going to find out how to raise funds from those sources and what are the regulatory issues in raising your organization or raising your enterprise. Fourth module deals with entrepreneur versus manager. Sometimes it becomes difficult. Entrepreneur versus manager, or entrepreneur can work like a manager, but manager also needs to work in the manner like entrepreneur wants to grow the business or wants to grow the enterprise. And professionalizing the venture and raising funds for scaling. Now this raising funds for scaling is different from raising funds for your actual organization. Okay. In seventh module, whatever we are going to see about raising funds for scaling, it will be little bit different from what we are raising funds in our sixth module. Now here we are also going to think of venture capital or venture funding, which we are not thinking of initially in our fundraising for initial setup. Okay. So this is the overall structure of the syllabus that we are going to follow. I hope my screen is visible to all of you. Now, before starting with our session, I would like to know about you people. Some of you might be working, some of you might not be working. If you people can introduce yourself, because there are near about 7-8 people. It's fine if you type it in chat box, no issues. So that will help me to understand in what way I need to proceed further. Nowadays, you might have heard about Startup India or business ventures that are happening. Few organizations from international level, they are coming back to India. Latest is you might have heard about Shin. It is coming back to India with the help of Jio or Reliance. So if you people introduce yourself in brief, that will be helpful. Okay. Ashok Kumar, yes, you are working in medical product manufacturing sector. Okay, Nidhi is software professional. Okay. What about others? Vinayak Bakre, Sonali, Fatima, Shreya, Dr. Shreya. Okay. Okay, so I have different types of people, group of people here. Okay, okay. So what is your concept about what is entrepreneur, or who can be called as an entrepreneur? So on the screen, you can see that there is a definition. Entrepreneur is usually a sole proprietor, a partner, or the one who owns the majority of shares in an incorporated venture. Okay. Now, once there is a business, once there is an enterprise, once there is an institution, the person who solely is a proprietor or is a partner or is a person who owns majority of shares in that incorporation is called as an entrepreneur. Okay. Now remember, if the organization is small, then also there will be a person who will be called as an entrepreneur because that particular person has started that organization. Okay. A small fruit vendor, he might be an entrepreneur because he owns all that particular organization. Okay. You might say that there is no big organization, but the person who is having a small shop, he is also an entrepreneur because he do lot of things. He is thinking of doing business. He is thinking of marketing his products. He is selling those things. He is earning revenue. He is trying to get funds from different resources to run his business. Okay. So by definition, whenever I'm saying who is an entrepreneur, entrepreneur is a sole proprietor. Usually he is a sole proprietor. He or she is a sole proprietor, or he or she might be a partner along with some other person, or the person who owns the majority of shares in an incorporated venture. If one desires to be an entrepreneur, the equation what describes the entrepreneur is entrepreneur plus capital is equal to products plus customer is equal to business. Okay, here you can see that whenever an entrepreneur has capital, he or she will create products and those products are sold to customers. Okay, instead of products, it might happen that there are services. Few industries, they don't create products, but they provide services. So these services plus customers will be called as business. Okay. So your entrepreneur, capital, products, and customers all are part of an umbrella unit called as business. If you go by definition, Peter Drucker has a different view on entrepreneur. Now he says that an entrepreneur is the one who always searches for change, responds to it, and exploits it as an opportunity. Okay. Now, same information, same thing, but explained in different way. Now, this is totally management view. The entrepreneur, he will be always searching changes. He will be always responding to those changes and he will be exploiting it as an opportunity. I will give you one example here. All of you have heard about Reliance Industries. Okay. They have a big petroleum plant in Gujarat. So they were not getting an NOC from for environment clearance. So what they did, they created a mango orchard around that particular oil refinery. It is near about 3,000 acres or something, as there was environment requirement that they should have a green belt or they should have a green area, green arena around that refinery. Okay. And how this particular change was responded by Reliance, they created a mango orchid, and in that mango orchid you will find lot of varieties of mangoes. Okay, so it was actually a change. It was actually a requirement. And this requirement was converted, it was exploited into an opportunity. Now to just have a greenery, it was very basic thing. But to get opportunity, but to generate revenue from that particular greenery is one of the entrepreneur skill. Okay, so what they did, they planted a lot of mango trees from different varieties in India, and they are reaping benefit, they are reaping profits out of that particular mango orchid. Okay, so this is called as an entrepreneur. Now, innovation is the specific tool for entrepreneurs. It means by which they exploit changes as an opportunity. Now, whatever circumstances were there, whatever rules and regulations were there, based on those rules and regulations, they created greenery around the petroleum plant, and they even started getting revenue from that particular greenery. It was not the thing that they just planted and gave away. Okay, but what they did, they started exploiting that particular change, and they started with entrepreneurial mindset how to make use of that greenery around a petroleum plant. Okay, now here it is an opportunity for a different business or different service. Now, it was not on their plate, it was not on their charter to create a greenery and generate revenue. Okay, so today we'll find that this particular definition, it exactly fits with what Reliance Industries is having right now. If you go according to the Oxford Dictionary, an entrepreneur is a person who sets up a business or businesses taking on financial risk in the hope of profit. So in examination, if they ask you what is the definition of entrepreneur, then you can write any of these definitions, but you need to mention if it is according to Oxford Dictionary or if it is a view of Peter Drucker. Okay. Now, all these definitions say a common thing, that businesses are run by a person, they take financial risk in the hope of profit. Okay, so no person is an entrepreneur. Every person is an entrepreneur, and they take risk. It might be in the field of service, it might be in the field of creating products and selling it, but there is only hope to make a profit. Okay, there are few organizations which are not for profit or non-profit organizations, but to survive for a long time, they also need to generate less amount of profit, but it is very important to have profit. Now, once we know what is the definition of entrepreneur, we need to understand what are the qualities of an entrepreneur. Okay, who can be called as an entrepreneur, or what are the qualities, what are the things because of which the particular person is called as an entrepreneur. Okay, first is he or she is independent and achiever. Now, when I'm saying independent and achiever, what it means, they are thinking in different way. They don't need some other person to think on that particular activity or to think on that particular idea. They go on thinking, they create different ways on how to achieve that particular dream or how to achieve that particular part of the organization. Okay. At the same time, they are opportunity grabber. As I told you right now, the example of Geo Oil Refinery, Reliance Oil Refinery. Now, there was a specific threat. If they don't have greenery around that petroleum processing plant, they won't get an environment clearance certificate. So what they did, they grabbed that opportunity. Now, if they want to create a greenery, they created in such a way that it will generate a revenue. At the same time, an entrepreneur is an information seeker. They are always on a hunt to gather information. They are always on a hunt to get that information in such a way that it will be used for exponentially growing your organization. Why I'm saying exponentially? Because there are few organizations which are growing organically, but that organic growth might not be sufficient. Believer in quality and efficiency. This is at the paramount of any entrepreneur. They need to believe in quality and efficiency. You might see few products which are of low quality, which are of medium quality, and some of them are of very good quality. Okay, so that particular entrepreneur is looking after different types of quality and efficiency of how to deliver that particular product. Okay. At the same time, they are systematic planner. They systematically create or they chart down, they write down what is my plan, what is to be done, what is not to be done. If something happens, what is to, how it is to be tackled. And they are always optimistic. When I'm saying optimistic, they will consider what are the lacunas, they will consider what are the dangers, what are the things that will hinder my growth. Okay, but they will overcome those things. Take example of during pandemic, what happened? During pandemic, all organizations were suffering. Why they were suffering? Because suddenly they had to work offline. Okay, when people were not able to come to organization, come to office and work, they had to work from home. Now it was an opportunity, and looking into that opportunity, many organizations started online learning. Okay, so whatever you are joined right now, it is also an outcome of that particular thing. These entrepreneurs are keen learners and they urge to build new things. Okay, they also take different types of initiatives. Without initiative, nothing can happen. Okay, and along with initiativeness, they are also persistent. When I'm saying persistent, what it means, they are constantly and consistently doing those things. At the same time, they are also taking risk, because if they don't take risk, they won't get benefit. Okay, an entrepreneur is an goal setter. They set a goal. I want to do these things in next 1 year. I want to do these things in next 2 years. At the same time, to reach to that goal, they need to work hard. Okay, now here some of you might be thinking that why we need to work hard, why we don't work, uh, what we can say, why hard work is always necessary here, because sometimes it happens that the organization you are running or the enterprise that you are running requires initial understanding. And for that, you need to define what are the standards. And based on those standards, organization is going to move further. And for that, you need to work hard. Here, you can't work smart. The reason is, first of all, you need to lay down the foundation for that organization. Then only you can work smart. Aggressive catalyst, dynamic and visionary. Every entrepreneur needs to be dynamic. The reason is, when I'm saying dynamic, their thought process should be dynamic. If they are finding any challenges, if they are facing any problems, how to overcome that particular thing, you need to sometimes retract back, and then you need to proceed further in different way. And for that, you need to have a vision. You need to have high IQ, that is intelligent quotient, emotional quotient, and spiritual quotient levels. Okay, IQ, EQ, and SQ levels. They should be go-getter and never say die spirit. They will not give up. And these people are well versed in managerial skills and strong team building. Any questions, any queries here? Any questions or any queries is there in this particular slide? Now, when we have this thing, when we have concept of entrepreneurship, can you give me some examples of an entrepreneur who fits in all these criteria? Or you can say that this particular person is a good entrepreneur because he fulfills all these criteria. Any example of this? Yes, in India, we have a lot of entrepreneurs. Adani, yes. So what qualities do you find in Adani that we are looking in as an entrepreneur? Can you explain some qualities? First and foremost is information seeker and risk taker. Okay, why I'm highlighting these two qualities? Because if you see Adani Enterprises or the main organization, they are having a different unit which goes on generating information, collecting information. And based on that information, they take a lot of risk and create a new businesses. Any other example? Yes, any other example? All of you have heard about Tata Enterprises or Tata and Tata Sons. Reliance Group is also there. Reliance Group, working of Reliance Group or the entrepreneurship DNA of that group is little bit different. Here I'm going to give an example of one person from Tata Group. He is called as Jamshedji Tata. You might have heard about first refinery in India which created good quality steel. Okay, Jamshedpur. It was one of the first refinery, or you can say that this was the first unit where India made steel was created. Okay, so Jamshedpur steel. This was the first unit, and Jamshedji Tata, he was very visionary. Okay, he thought it 100 years back that we should have our own refinery where we can create good quality steel, because at that time steel was imported. Okay, and if you want to increase the entrepreneurs, or if you want to increase the industrialist, or if you want to have different industries, you need to have steel. Okay, second important part from the same family is JRD Tata. So he was in short called as JRD, Jahangir Ratanji Tata. So when he started different organizations, different enterprises, he created it in different way. Today you'll find that Tata Group has a diversified portfolio. Now in this diversified portfolio, what they have everything. They are selling services, they are selling products, they are providing a lot of services. Like in IT sector, they have two different companies. Tata Teleservices is there, Tata Technologies is there, Tata Consultancy Services is there. Apart from that, in FMCG sector, they have different brands like Tata Salt is there. Then Trend, you might have heard about this Trend or Hypermart, Char Bazaar. So all these are part of Tata Group. Now these are big conglomerates which diversify in different ways and in different enterprises. Reliance Group has started in different way while Tata's have started in different way. So Reliance initially started with your manufacturing of clothes or fabrics. And then the raw material required for that manufacturing of clothes or fabric, they went on creating those products. So most of the products, they required some artificial material which were based on petrochemical products. And these petrochemical products were then created. And afterwards, you will see that starting from manufacturing of fabrics, which are created by using artificial threads or artificial things. Now they have reached up to oil refinery, okay, or petrochemical processing. So this is how the journey of Reliance Group is in different way, while journey of Tata Group, it is in different way. Okay, I will give 5 minutes. You just jot down what are the industries which were started with some basic instinct in India and which shaped our whole country. Okay, I'll give you 5 minutes. You need to jot down those organizations and people behind that organization which changed the way we are looked on as a country. Yes, can anybody give me example? Yes, Wipro is there. Initially, they started with edible or vegetable oil processing. And today you can find that they have converted into a big organization, big enterprise, which is in different sectors. They are also available in electronics manufacturing, electrical manufacturing, as well as IT industry or service industry, as well as they are also available in FMCG products. Aditya Birla Group, yes, Birla Industries, it is one of the big conglomerate. Ola EV, yes, Ola EV. Yes, right now it is one of the mega factories in world where your Ola two-wheelers are manufactured. Any other example? Have you people heard about Walchan Nagar Industries? Just a minute. I'll type in chat box. Walchan Industries. This is a very old group, near about 100 years. So the railway line between Pune, Mumbai, they have created this particular, this was the company who created that railway line. Today, these Walchan Industries, they are pioneering in making components for ISRO, as well as few companies outside India. They make use of different components which are used in satellite industry. Okay. Apart from that, today you will find that there are many enterprises, many organizations which are growing in different way, and they are capturing world market. Okay, with registration of India as a part of World Trade Organization (WTO), lot of organizations started expanding outside India. So if a person possesses these qualities, then he can be called as an entrepreneur. And with these qualities only, it is possible to increase your organizations. Then what are different types of entrepreneurs? We understood what is entrepreneur. Then there are different types of entrepreneurs, and based on the ability and based on these qualities, we can classify those people into different types. Okay, there is first type of entrepreneur. He is called as, or she is called as, an innovative entrepreneur. These entrepreneurs have ability to think of newer, better, and more economical ideas for business organizations and management. They are the business leaders and contributors to the economic development of country. Okay. Now, can you give me any example of an innovative entrepreneur? Yes, any example of innovative entrepreneur? Both. How you can call him as an innovative entrepreneur? Now, according to definition, when we say that the person is an innovative entrepreneur, he has ability to think of newer, better, and more commercial ideas for business organizations and management. Okay, I will give you an example here. Elon Musk, you have heard about this person. Okay, SpaceX or Tesla Motors. you will find that whatever products he has created, these products are innovative products. Even Apple is an very big industry and which is very innovative. So the founder of Apple, who is the founder of Apple? Steve Jobs. We can call him as an innovative entrepreneur. I'll write these examples. Okay. Why these people are innovative entrepreneurs? Because they created new service. They innovate, they had an innovative service. They had an ability to think of newer, better, and more commercial ideas. Today, you will find that SpaceX is one of the very profitable industry. It is competing with NASA, and even they created Tesla Motors. The Tesla Motors is fully battery charged vehicle where you don't require any fossil fuel, and they contributed to the economic development of country. Now the cost of reuse of that particular satellite or cost of launching vehicle is reduced because it is reusable. Okay, so whatever they created, it can be used or it can be reused for launching different satellites. Then there are imitating entrepreneurs. These entrepreneurs are people who follow the path shown by innovative entrepreneurs. So innovative entrepreneurs have created some different thing, some unique, something innovative. And these imitating entrepreneurs are just imitating same thing for their own organization. They imitate innovative entrepreneurs because the environment in which they operate is such that it does not permit them to have creative and innovative ideas on their own. In China, you will find that there are very much imitating entrepreneurs. Why? Because whatever Apple is creating, same thing they are imitating, same models they are imitating, same designs they are imitating. Okay. So in China, you will find that there are many imitating entrepreneurs. In India, we have an imitating entrepreneur. All of you have heard about Oyo. Okay. This Oyo is an imitation of a service called as Airbnb. Ola. Ola cab services. Again, it is an imitation of Uber services. In China, if you go, there is one company. Uh, I forgot the name, but I will tell you that name next time. So all these services are imitating services. So these people are called as imitating entrepreneurs. Like Uber, like Ola, we have different services. There is one service called as Rapido. Okay, there is one service called as InDrive. So all these organizations, we call them as an imitating organizations. The people who started this particular thing, they imitated it from some other organization, and to work with it, they created some small things which are little bit different from original things. Then there are third type of entrepreneurs, social entrepreneurs who drive social innovation and transformation in various fields, including education, health, human rights, workers' rights, environment, and enterprise development. Okay. Can anybody give me example of social entrepreneurs? Do you know any example of social entrepreneur? So they have broken the taboo which is there in the society, and they have created a new organization, new service, new product. Any example of this? Facebook, Instagram. Okay. So actually these two services, instead of creating some social thing, most of the part or most of the thing done by this particular social networking is destroying communication. The way people are using it. is destroying communication. How many of you have heard about Sulabh International? Have you heard about a word called Sulabh International in India? So its head office is in Delhi, and they have a big, what you can say, just a minute, I will give you this particular thing in chat box. It will be easy for you people to understand what is Sulabh International. So Sulabh International is one of the services where it created public toilets. Okay, so these public toilets are all over India, and you will find the person behind this is Bindeshwar Pathak. So he was the person who created this social impact as an entrepreneur. Okay, so when I'm saying this thing, what I want to say that he was a social entrepreneur who drives social innovation and transformation in various fields. So open defecation, lack of toilets in public places, and to overcome these particular thing, he created an organization called as Sulabh International. Okay, so today we'll find that these toilets, public toilets, are available all over India, which are very, very hygienic, very, very clean. And this person, he created an entrepreneur, created an enterprise which is totally working on sanitation work. Okay, so if possible, you can visit their website. They have created a lot of things. They have created a museum of toilets in Delhi now. So what different types of toilets are used all over the world and all those things you can see in that museum. But he created a different economy by starting this social cause enterprise. Okay. So according to our definition of a social entrepreneur, he has worked in the field of health, worker rights, and environment. So this is third type of entrepreneur. Fourth type of entrepreneur is agricultural entrepreneur. These are the entrepreneurs who undertake agricultural pursuits are called agricultural entrepreneurs. They cover a wide spectrum of agricultural activities like cultivation, marketing of agricultural produce, irrigation, mechanization, and technology. Okay, there is one person in Maharashtra called as Dr. Pale. Now, this person, he has created organic farming. He is providing training in organic farming, and he himself is an agricultural entrepreneur. Okay, there is other person. There is actually an organization. It is called as Canary Mutt. If I'm writing these things in chat box, so the Pramukh Swami of this particular Canary Mutt, he is actually a spiritual leader, but he is with some entrepreneur skills. So he trained a lot of people in doing agricultural innovation, working in agriculture industry, and working for organic farming. Okay. So whatever examples I'm giving you in chat box or whatever examples I'm discussing with you, please note those examples. It will be easy for you whenever you want to start your own enterprise. Okay. So our main aim of this particular course is you should be starting your own organization. You should create your own entrepreneur mindset. Then there is a next type of entrepreneur. This entrepreneur is called as trading entrepreneur because that particular person will undertake trading activities. He or she will procure the finished products from manufacturers and sell these to customers directly or through a retailer. These serve as a middleman, as wholesalers, dealers, and retailers between the manufacturers and customer. Okay. Now, these types of entrepreneurs are not producing anything. What they are doing, they are working as a middleman. So, all the organizations who are working as wholesalers, dealers, and retailers between manufacturer and customer, that is producer and consumer, are called as a trading entrepreneurs. So all shop owners will become a trading entrepreneur. Next is manufacturing entrepreneur. The manufacturing entrepreneurs manufacture products. They identify the needs of customers and then explore the resources and technology to be used to manufacture the products to satisfy the customer's needs. Okay. Now, can you tell me if you are using Uber services or Ola services, people who started these particular services, what type of entrepreneur they will be treated as? Out of these, say for Ola's Bhavesh Agarwal, what type of entrepreneur you will call him? Because he started Ola services. We call them as a imitating entrepreneur based on the definitions that we are getting. If you consider only India, then we will call them as an innovative entrepreneur. Why we will call them as an innovative entrepreneur? Because in India, we have different rules and regulations, separate set of rules and regulations for transport industry. And based on that, they created this service which can be used in India in different way. Then there are inventors and challenger entrepreneurs. Inventor entrepreneurs with their competence and inventiveness invent new products. Their basic interest lies in the research and innovative activities, and challenger entrepreneurs plunge into industry because of the challenges it presents. Okay, so when one challenge seems to meet, they begin to look for a new challenge. So there are few organizations. I will give one more example. Have you heard about a company called as India Plaza? I given the name of the company in chat box. India Plaza, it was one of the company which was initially in e-commerce sector. All of you heard about Flipkart, Amazon, Snapdeal, Meesho, and all those types of companies which are selling online. But India Plaza was the first company to innovate a concept called as cash on delivery or COD. What it means, when they started selling online, very few people had credit or debit cards. Okay. And the option available for payment online at that time was through your bank or through your credit and debit card. Okay. Now to overcome this particular problem, particular challenge, they created a system called as cash on delivery. Okay. So it was a big challenge and that challenge was accepted by that particular entrepreneur. And he created a system called as cash on delivery with the help of middlemen or delivery partners. So what happened when delivery partner delivered the particular product, the person or delivery partner will collect cash and it will be transferred back to the service provider or to the India Plaza. Now you will find that all these e-commerce websites call themselves as a marketplace. What it means that I have an office here and this is a marketplace. You can come and sell on my marketplace. Okay. So this India Plaza was the first company in India which started as a marketplace organization where different people, different organizations come together and sell their product online. And last type of entrepreneur is lifetimer entrepreneur. These entrepreneurs take businesses as an integral part of their life. Usually family enterprises and businesses that mainly depend on the exercise of personal skill fall into these type of entrepreneurs. Tata's, Birla's, or even Mahindra Group. These people are called as lifetimer entrepreneurs because in their family they have a chain of people who are entrepreneur. Okay. Any questions, any queries in this? Have you understood what is who is entrepreneur and what are different types of entrepreneurs? Now I want you people to tell me at least one different name which was called as a startup in India. Yes, there are near about 15 students, 14 students in this particular group. Can you give me at least one name of a startup from your field? For an organization that you are dealing with day to day? Okay, so Ashok Kumar has given a example of Tra Time. So in which area it is working? What is the area of business for this company? Yes, Cafe Coffee Day. Yes, this is one of the big companies in India right now. Zero the investment. Yes, zero the investment in stock market. You will be amazed to know that Zerodha is one of the prominent investment company or share trading company, but it has less than 50 employees. So the whole organization is run by less than 50 employees. Practo is one of the company which is connecting different medical related services. It might be your hospital booking, your appointment booking for doctors, your different medical tests, medical support. All these things are carried out on Practo. Lead Squared CRM software was a startup. Okay. So many companies are working in this CRM software also. Virgo Wall started by two gentlemen and went to 15,000 crore company. Okay. So all of these companies, most of these companies have started in last 20 years. Okay. And you will find that there are few companies who have created a big shout out in market, companies like Zerodha, because they are very small in size if you look according to the number of people working in the organization, but the revenue they are generating is very huge. As I told you right now, that Zerodha investment has near about less than 50 or approximate 50 people in the whole organization. Udyog Bharat, agriculture, manufacturing, exotic fruits. Yes. So you will find that nowadays, with the help of government or with the help from government, many people, they are starting their own organization, they are starting their own enterprise. Okay. So remember all these examples. It would be better if you copy all these things and paste it somewhere, because I'm going to tell you how to use these particular things to start your own organization. The main aim of this course is you should be able to start your own organization. You should be able to start your own enterprise. Now, when we know what are different types of entrepreneurs, what is entrepreneur, we need to understand what is the concept of entrepreneurship. It is not the case that you have all those qualities and that is the reason you are being called as entrepreneur. But when you are using these particular skills to create an enterprise, that particular skill is called as, or that particular trait is called as entrepreneurship. Okay. So it is a dynamic process of creating incremental wealth. I might start a business, but if I lack with entrepreneurship, I may not create incremental wealth. My business might stop. And this wealth is created by individuals who assume the major risk in terms of equity, time, and or career commitment to providing value for some product or service. I given you one example called as India Plaza. This was the very first entrepreneur who created a big charm, a big revolution in online selling. Today, you won't find the name of that company. I'll tell you another company. It is called as Bazi.com. This is also a marketplace company like your eBay. Okay, today you won't find the name of that particular company. There are few problems with the company. Afterwards, it was acquired by eBay. And today you'll find that eBay is not operating in India. Okay, ebay.in, it is not working in India. Whatever eBay you are accessing, it is international eBay website. Okay, so does it mean that those entrepreneurship skills were not there? It is not the case, because now they are working in a different way. So all these people who started India Plaza, who started Bazi.com, they are working as a consultant. Okay. So now the role of that particular person has changed. Now instead of running the organization, they are providing services. They are providing help in building organizations, which will be scaled from a small unit to a big unit in small span of time. Okay. So based on these examples, you can understand. Do you know about SRL, or do you know about ThyroCare? How many of you heard about ThyroCare? ThyroCare, it was acquired by PharmEasy afterwards. So ThyroCare is one of the service provider in India. They are working in the field of medical diagnostics, and the cost of medical diagnostics is drastically reduced by this company by converting orders into scale. Instead of having 10 diagnostics test every day, if I'm bringing some machinery, if I'm bringing some equipments, which will help me to increase my processing capacity to 100 diagnostic tests, then I need to reduce the cost of those diagnostic tests. Today we'll see that all these medical diagnostics are much cheaper as compared to those diagnostics tests which were carried out, say, 5 years or 10 years back. Remember all these examples, whatever I'm giving you. Okay. Now, according to Peter Drucker, again, entrepreneurship is defined as a systematic innovation which consists in the purposeful and organized search for changes. It is the systematic analysis of the opportunities such as changes might offer for economic and social innovation. Okay. Elon Musk is trying to launch their service in India, Starlink service, but he is not getting permission. Okay. He is trying to grab that opportunity because he has invested a lot of money in the service and now they want to reap off that particular thing. Okay, so this is entrepreneurship. Now, when we are thinking of entrepreneurship, there are different types of entrepreneurship. First of them is small business entrepreneurship. It is defined as an independent or solely owned company that is limited in size and revenue depending on the industry. Most of the time what happens, they operate in local community or region. There are few organizations, few industries which work in and around Pune. Okay, in and around Pune you will find that there is an area called as Pimpri Chinchwad. So it is an industrial hub. Whatever auto manufacturers are there near Pune, they get support, they get raw material, they get spare parts from these industries. Okay, so these industries are called as small scale or small business entrepreneurship. They are serving nearby customers through personalized service and a deep understanding of local market dynamics. The best feature they have is to exhibit adaptability and the ability to respond quickly to local market shift and customer preferences. One might not expect revolutionary innovations. Now, what happens here in Pune, whatever car manufacturers are there, they require a specific type of component every time. Okay. So these small businesses, they will adapt those things and they will go on manufacturing those products and sell it to the auto manufacturers. Now, these small businesses, they will struggle with economy due to limited access to large audiences. There are few organizations, few industries, few enterprises. They will feel this problem, or it might be challenging for them to scale their operations because big brands are already there in that area and they're not able to compete with these big brands. Okay. Also, there is a continuous threat of global economic fluctuations. Today, you'll find that most of the market was flooded by Chinese products, which were very cheap, which were easily available. Today, we'll find that significantly they are been getting competition from Indian manufacturers. I'll give you one example here. In most of the African nations, it was controlled by Chinese two-wheeler manufacturers. Today, we'll find that near about more than 50% market in African countries in regards to two-wheelers, it has been captured by three companies in India, Hero Motors, then there is TVS Motors, and then there is Bajaj Motors. So only these three companies have captured more than 50% market share in African countries. Okay, so there are different things that we are going to discuss in passage of time when we are proceeding further with this particular case. The best examples to understand the concept of this small business enterprise is local bakeries, saloons, or single location restaurants or local grocery shops. We are not discussing about DMart or Star Bazaar or Reliance Mart. Okay. So whatever, it might be a big grocery shop in your locality, but still it will be called as a small business entrepreneurship. Then there is second type of entrepreneurship. It is called as scalable startup entrepreneurship. It can be defined as a profitable business model that has potential for significant growth and expansion. Okay. I'll give you one example here. Have you heard about a company called as Yevle Chaha? So it is actually from Pune. I'm writing that name in chat box. Okay, some of you who are not from Pune, you might not get this name. But if you search online, it was a very small shop in Pune near about 6, 7 years back. And now they have more than 500 franchises. Okay. The same type of thing you can find it online. There is called a, I don't remember the name. Kannu ki chai. This is also another example where they started very small scale and after completing few time or after completing a small amount of time, now they have grown up into a big enterprise. Okay, this Kannuki Chai is also one of the example but it is serving different type of customers. Yevle tea is serving different type of customers. A unique innovative products or services and advanced technologies are their best feature. Now here what thing they are giving? They started with serving you a cup of tea, but along with tea, they are also providing you some sides. Like they will provide you biscuits, they will provide you bun maska, they will provide you donuts, they will provide you water bottle, they will provide you iced tea, lemon tea, tea without sugar, cold coffee, hot coffee. So this is how they are increasing their portfolio. They are providing services, different types of services. But these core values will distinguish them in the market with new and improvised solution. Okay, they improvise their product. They improvise the process of making that particular product. If you go at any location, any of the franchises, you will find the same taste for that particular product. Okay. Now here we are not talking about big corporations like McDonald's, Burger King, or Wendy's Burger and all those things. We are discussing about small enterprises and they scaled up in passage of time. Now it is often noticed that scalable startups need a substantial initial investment to develop their product and service, to manage rapid scaling, marketing, research and development, and to ensure that they have infrastructure and resources ready to grow quickly and sustainably. Now I have given you example of Yevle Tea. What they did when they had a single location, at that time also they were using billing software. Have you heard about of a T point who is using a software to generate bill? Okay. Now what happened? It was a unique concept. You take a coupon from the counter and take your required product. But when they started it automating, they found out how many customers are drinking the tea. What is the peak point at which they get more customers? What type of product customers are preferring? And based on that, they started scaling up. Based on that, they started selling up those franchises. Scalable startups have the potential to disrupt existing markets by introducing lower prices and more choices for consumers. This directly benefits society by enhancing purchasing power and economic stability. As these startups grow, they create new jobs, contributing to economic growth and providing employment opportunities to the people. And third type of entrepreneurship is large companies or big business enterprises. This can be defined as commercial entities that has substantial market influence, extensive resources, and operates in multiple locations. Here they are given example of Oyo rooms. Okay. Now Oyo rooms, they don't have their own, what you can say, they don't have their own hotels. Okay. Now, large companies usually have a global presence operating across multiple countries. Depending on the nature of their business, they emphasize on steady growth over a certain period of time rather than leading an overnight revolution. Now, why they are given here example of Oyo Rooms. Oyo Rooms, though it was founded in 2013, it shook up the hospitality industry by giving challenge with prices. Okay, so if you want to book a hotel room, the cost of that room at Taj, Oberoi or ITC hotels will be different. Okay, at the same time, equivalent hotels will provide you much cheaper price. Okay, now on the other side, these big corporations often set new industry standards by pushing the envelope of what's possible and encouraging industry-wide innovation, which will be contributing to a huge impact on society. Okay. Now, these types of entrepreneurship is very often seen nowadays in India. Okay. Large companies are there. You might have heard about a company called as Mama Earth. It is providing different types of products, cosmetic products, and all those things. And last one is social entrepreneurship. In this social entrepreneurship, there is one example called as Goonj, which brings equality between urban and rural region. Okay, so this refers to innovative activity with a social objective in either the for-profit sector, such as in social purpose commercial ventures, or in non-profit sector, where hybrid structural forms which blend for-profit and non-profit approach. The example of Sulabh International that I gave you, it is an example of social entrepreneurship where it is working for non-profit sector, but still it is generating some profit because they need to survive for a long time. Now it refers to the phenomenon of applying business expertise and market-based skills in the non-profit sector. Okay, so these are the four different types of entrepreneurship. Then we will understand what are the functions of entrepreneurship. First is risk and achievement. Whatever risk we take, we will achieve more. Second is organization and management. This is one of the function of entrepreneurship where I need to organize all the activities and I need to manage that particular activity. I need to carry out market research. I need to overcome resistance and change. I need to work as a catalyst for economic change. And my organization should always innovate and have creativity in selling my product or selling my service. Any questions, any queries here? Have you understood whatever we have discussed here? Any questions, any queries? Okay, I'm typing one question in chat box. So you people can give me at least one example of an enterprise with what are the qualities of that particular enterprise and what are the functions it is covering. Anybody can give me one example? See, I expect an interactive session because this entrepreneurship is a subject where we need to discuss a lot of things instead of going through only material, only studying material. If we discuss a lot of things, we don't need to read any study material. We will understand all those things by discussion. Yes, can anybody give me an example of enterprise with its enterprise quality and functions it is performing? So in chat box, I have given you one uh, web link. Amazon, yes. Amazon is focusing more on customer satisfaction, rapid delivery, and user-friendly interface of the app, whereas it provides platform for sellers. Yes, Amazon is a marketplace. Now, Amazon, why they say that they are marketplace? Because there are many vendors, many suppliers, many sellers who sell lot of products or same type of product online, and they facilitate online shopping and manages order fulfillment and offers customers support. So the company name that I have pasted in chat box, you people can visit this particular thing and tell me more about what you have understood from this particular thing. I have given another example, agnikul.in. TCS is outsourcing services. What is Mang? Oh, okay. Microsoft, Amazon, Apple, Netflix, Google. Okay. So anybody, have you visited these two websites? Yes, what you found out about these two companies? One is agnikul.in and another is Garuda Aerospace. I also pasted a link for third company. Agnikul is a private aerospace manufacturer. Now, this company is creating engines which are required for launching a space satellite, and they have created this engine by using a new technology called as 3D printing. What about Garuda? They specialize in drone technologies. Now, these Garuda drones are used for different purposes. They are being used for agriculture purpose. They are used for delivering. They are used for surveillance and all those things. I have pasted third company. It is Sulabh International. Can anybody visit that website? Can you get more information on this particular website? Yes, 50-year-old service organization promoting public hygiene. Anything else that you got on this particular website? So I would insist that there should be a two-way communication between you and me. The reason behind is this particular course is not a theoretical course. If we discuss those things, it will be easy for you to implement your own concepts. Who knows, some of you might become an entrepreneur. For that, if you are referring these things and if you are going step by step, these things will help you a lot. Not with only exam point of view, but as an entrepreneur. Yes. Now, when I was discussing about social entrepreneurs, this is an example of social entrepreneurship. Okay, with this social entrepreneurship, they have changed the life of thousands of people. Nobody have thought of building an hygienic toilets, more than 1,000 hygienic toilets all over India. And they are not building one or two toilets, they are building complex. Okay, that means these complexes will have lot of facilities in hygienic conditions. Any other example? Now, whatever examples I have given you, these are not mainstream examples right now. Okay, many of you haven't heard about this Sulabh International. Many of you haven't heard about Agnikul. You haven't heard about Garuda Aerospace, but they are creating a big impact in organizations today. Based on Sulabh International model, many people have replicated these things in their different regions, in regional spaces. Recently, you might have heard about Indian Defense has cancelled an order of 400 drones. Okay, why I'm insisting these things? Because when you are creating an organization or when you are working in a field which is very crucial and which is very sensitive, they found that these drones were manipulated or these drones were hacked from outside of the our international boundaries. Okay, and they found out that the parts which were used in these drones, these were made in China, and these components, these were very critical components, and by knowing backdoors for these components, hackers tried to hack that drone and destroy it. Okay, so companies like Garuda Aerospace or Garuda Aerospace, they are creating all components because we need to think of supply chain management also. Whatever products you are getting, those products are foolproof. So all these technologies, all these organizations are working in very crucial sector. Agnikul is working as an private entity like our ISRO. It is also creating different products which are being used in airspace. Any other example from apart from this? Okay, so today we'll stop here. So during our next lecture, I will be giving you some more examples and we will be having some more discussion on whatever we have completed today and whatever we are going to learn during next session. Any questions, any queries? If you have, you just jot down. During our next lecture, we will be discussing those things. Mohit is typing something. Yes, have a good day. So I expect that we have some interaction that will be helpful for this particular course. This is not a very theoretical course. You need to understand physically what is happening, logically what is happening, and what is the current situation in market. If you go thoroughly through this course, you will be able to start your own organization, believe me. Because in this passage of time, you will be analyzing a lot of things. And if you have some ideas, those ideas can be used to start an organization. Okay. Okay, I will check with the technical team what happened. We'll try to avoid those things during next session. Don't worry. If you have any questions, queries, you can jot down those things. During our next session, we'll be discussing on that, and then we'll continue. I hope this space is okay. Sure, I will check with technical team. So you people will be able to communicate by using your mics. Okay, then we'll stop here today and we'll be continuing our session next time. By that time, you bring your questions, so that questions we'll be discussing, that will be very much helpful. Okay, today we'll stop here.